Alright, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we are back for some more Pyre Community RITE NITE, which means, of course, some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. If you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then that is the place to be. Now, admittedly, this is usually where I would type in the command for this, however... Yeah, see, the thing is... as we may talk a little bit about later today. And by that I mean basically right now. I, for the first time in a long time, today am streaming at least for the first time for Pyre, streaming with a new computer. A new and improved, more powerful computer. So, in theory, the game may be running a little more smoothly. I'm not sure to what extent that's really going to be a factor for a game like Pyre that was perhaps not really pushing the limits all that much, but on the other hand, does also mean that there are some things that may not be fully integrated just yet, because when one updates a computer, there are several things that also need to be updated along with it, and, well, let's just say, as we hop into versus mode here, that among those things is I have not installed the new mods, or the mods in general. So that means we are today going for a more vanilla version of RITE NITE, default Pyre today. Did Estock steal my old... I actually still have it. I do still have it. But there's that, and also apparently I need to sign in on my Twitch account on the streaming software that I use or something, so every time I try to type anything into chat, it basically says, oh, you need to type in all of your Twitch sign-in information, so I will not be typing in the, going old school, yeah, but I'll not be typing in the commands or anything like that. Is it all an illusion? See, it was all a dream? I used to read Word Up magazine? No. Okay, so, but other than that, we should be good to go with our... from a big picture standpoint, the same general idea of multiplayer Pyre. So unfortunately, oh man, it has been quite some time since I've done vanilla versus mode in Pyre, so no modded XLs. No most stylish man to the downside. No. Oh, okay, fine. The colors of the triumvirates will not update based on the triumvirate that you pick. And, technically a few other bug fixes that, you know, maybe we won't focus on that much, because it'd be nice if we didn't focus on abusing bugs that have been fixed via mod that are not integrated, those fixes in this version of Pyre right now. But anyways, let me get, Steam Friends up here real quick. Yes, I may or may not have needed to install Pyre approximately... when the stream was supposed to start. Okay, but is there anyone who would like to hop in here to get us started today? And Happy New Year, I should say that. I almost forgot. Hope you all are enjoying your 2023. Keyboard and mouse player should always be player 1. That has some implications for bugs and whatnot. Okay, I don't remember what bug that addresses, but sure. Okay, Honor and Decor are available, so that is certainly a good way to get us started. Let's get Honor in, and Honor says she should be player 1. Oh, well, I guess it was about saluting. Then again, that's true, Nor. I don't know if you're thinking keyboard mouse today or if you are thinking controller today. This sounds vaguely familiar. The whole player 1, player 2, salute, sometimes not working stuff. That was a while ago. Alright, and 4 says he's available as well. Oh, controller's plugged in. Hold on. No more? Okay. Alright. So, let's see. Honor... Oh, let me double check what Player says you got. Well, I guess you guys can probably confirm, but I will check remote play. See what remote play says. Remote play says Anor is player 2 and Core is player 3. This makes sense to me. I don't see any issues here. What, Lids, Pyre is the two... Yeah, Pyre's a 3-player game. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. Let me also jump into said Discord server, because I may have forgotten to do that. Okay, I'm in Discord. That's good. Theoretically, I assume that means Anor is player 1 and Core is player 2, but that might be worth taking a quick second here to double check. Seems like...
Yeah, looks like I'm player 1.
Oh, Core's player 1. Okay. 1 second. Let me update your stuffs here then. Anor's player 2. Alright, well, that's remote play for you. That's remote play for you. Anor is player 2, Core is player 3, which naturally translates to Core being player 1 and Anor being player 2. I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay. Or will it be... Yeah, actually, what triumvirates do you guys want to be today?
I'll go Chastity.
Chastity? Okay. I assume Nightwings for you, Anor? Unless you're mixing it up. True Nightwings. Oh, okay. Yes, spicing it up a little bit. I see. Alright. Okay, keeping us on our toes. Alright. But we should, of course, still have all of our requests and whatnot set up, so if there is anything that you guys would like to see for this match, then let us know. Otherwise, we'll just get started with our defaults. In which case, why don't we jump in here? Well, do we need to check? I don't know. Controls should be fine, right? I don't think there's any reason why they would... Default controls is usually what people are using on controller anyway. So I don't think the whole new computer thing should affect that at all, but yeah, let's jump in. Curious to see if on your end, Core and Anor, if things feel any different, given how it is a new and updated computer.
You heed the summons to the spring of Jomir. You shall take part here in a glorious tradition. Only the righteous shall emerge victorious. The Chastity, stand ready.
Echo.
True Nightwing,
Ruh-roh.
stand ready.
It's like it's distance away.
The rite shall begin.
In Discord, I assume? Hold on. Let's see.
No, I mean the game audio.
Game audio itself. That's
Yeah.
weird. Oh. That is probably significantly less straightforward to resolve. I'm not sure if I have an immediate answer to address that. Oh, look at this, though. The Pyre screen actually stays up even when I tab out. That usually doesn't happen. That's new. That's exciting. I like that. You guys aren't just looking at a blank screen or Steam in the background when I tab out, but okay, that's an aside. Yeah, I am not really sure I have an answer for / solution for you with regard to that. Is it, like, unbearable?
I mean, not necessarily.
Okay. Not the most conviction in that statement I've ever heard, but hopefully it's still workable. So again, no mods here, as we're seeing. Means there are not those extra exiles in the bottom right corner. So not only does that prevent players from using what in some cases might be some of their preferred exiles, but also, of course, means that in some instances, that third member of some of the classes may just not be available. So, what, like Triple Worm? No longer an option. Triple Imp? Not an option. Things like that.
Tay.
So may require a little bit more diverse teams. There are still some classes that have 3 exiles, and Curs do, Nomads do,
Sandra.
Demons do if you're counting Orlek. Nora's scared. Uh-oh. Looks a little sus, if you ask me.
Tizo.
I mean, no pressure or anything, but this is the first rite of 2023. No pressure. Yeah, it did look like it was a Can Singularity team in the making there. Core was bluffing. Goes for the Crone instead. Nor has gone Savage, Imp, and now this is her last selection here. With which she will take a Speedy Pamitha. Alright, here we are, our first rite of 2023. Starting off with Will the Scribes. Now that is fitting. We shall see if this match lives up to the billing.
Glory first to the chastity.
It's Core getting it started here with a 13 damage throw. Core back on the orb here and sneaks in a throw of her own. Good for 20 damage, but we did see Core take the extra starting Pyre Life with Snadra. With her Talisman. So Core still hanging on at over 100 Pyre Life even after that score. Ooh, interesting defensive maneuver there from Pamitha. For Nor, and suddenly a lot of space there. Oh, I nearly walked that one in. Snadra.
The orb is taken.
Goes down quickly here. Core just barely manages to get that orb back and avoid banishment in the process. Brings back Bertrude. Her throw is unblocked.
The orb sails forth into the flames.
Cuts it a little bit short there. Good for 18, but does also get 9 Pyre Life leached back to his Pyre. Nor going ninja strats. Oh, but still intercepted there. Stowaway still hanging out next to Core's Pyre, which Core may not be a big fan of, but Core does have the orb here.
The orb is
Not for long, though. Nor gets it back and quickly throws it in, dropping Core down to 99. Stowaway. Intercepted by Bertrude. Stowaway says, I'll take that back, thank you very much. Then Core intercepts. Bertrude nearly slithered her way past 2 of the defenders, but ultimately, Nor was up to the task defensively. And finds her way through here. Lunching for 20. What's up, Vampiric? How's it going? We are indeed ready to rumble. Stowaway once again, this time though jumping in. And she did not have prayer beat, so she's out for this round. And that's a Titan Tooth stun from Core. And that gives him the opportunity to banish all the Nor's exiles. So a little bit of time here.
It has gone in.
For him to not only score with his highest damage exile, but also get that 50% leech. So that was a net 45-point play right there. Pamitha. Oh, was about to pass over to Tizo there, right as he was getting banished. Core scoops it up, nearly gets the throw off there, but Nor with the last second save. Through the portal, and back to Pamitha. She stopped running from the Pyre. Oh, but the stowaway teleports and throws it in point blank. Stowaway again, somehow immediately teleports, immediately gets banished, but still sneaks in a throw. And full damage throw, no less. That means this thing is awfully close here. Oh, and an ore once again about to pass the ore apprentice. The recipient of that pass was getting banished. 4, guarding that portal. An ore, moving that portal a little bit further up. But still banished. Orb inadvertently hits an ore's pyre, bounces out, and ore teleports to the orb. T-zone up time to return here. Oh, but may not have wanted to have gone through the portal there. 10-minute room for Bertrude to plunge, dropping an ore down to just 9. Here is Core back on the orb. Has enough damage with any of his exiles. And that'll do the trick.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Here, Brighton a lot. Was that because of the whole echo-ish thing? How bad was that? From an echo standpoint. I don't remember what, if anything, we did to, like, did that even come up in the past? And if so, did we do something to fix it? I don't know. If so, it probably would have been a very long time ago. Forbidden Knowledge. Exiles as well from Pyre. Snadra as first pick. Okay, fair enough. Bit distracting. Not sure I've ever encountered it before. I feel like maybe a very long time ago this was a thing, but I don't remember what, if anything, we did to resolve it. Maybe some deeper, darker remote play mechanics behind the scenes that I tinkered with in the past that are just a distant memory at this point. No, Zaxiana, what? Alright, looks like that'll be it from a request standpoint, though. Oh, let's turn the Sermanager off, though. Alright, so it is Snadra first. Other than that, it's up to you. Oh, and it's Isla Kalamer.
Chastity versus the true Night Wings. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites? Sandra.
So it's power casting Snadra first for core. Oh, but no Fred either. Fred disappeared as well.
Sandra. Messenger Imp.
So now it's, of course, up to them.
Bertrude.
Nor went Speedy Bertrude. Core went with an imp. Core finishes with a speedy Jody. And Lenore goes Web, Lanthorn, Tizo. Alright, so Snadra leading things off. And Snadra getting to him first, but she goes down first.
Second wind.
Snadra here for Core. No one back to defend her as everyone got banished on Lenore's side, so she's the first to score. Now, Lenore, Snadra returning the favor here. Core still has it though with Jody. She does eventually get banished though. Everyone down on Core's side. Lenore coming through with Snadra, but she is banished before she can make it all the way through. Snadra banished. The other Snadra. Oh, can't stop Jody. Who bulldozes her way through here. Double banishment there from Core Snadra. That leaves Tizo. He's down as well, though. Or too slow that time. Or too quick on the cast. Oh, that time, though. Explosion from the Imp takes out Snadra. And then vice versa. Is Lenore Snadra quick enough? Not quite. She opts to retreat instead, but does still go down. And then she intercepts the throw through the portal, now with Gertrude. But she's banished. Or now with the portal right in front of Lenore's Pyre. Or looks like he's looking to go through. It does. And the Snadras shoulder smash each other, both getting banished in the process. Core's portal now not quite as close, but still gets him close enough to set up that score. Lenore a little more patient on that cast there, waiting for Jody to drop down from her jump, but still not enough to actually banish her. And she's trying to knock back all those defenders and makes it in for the winning plunge.
Good game.
'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
GG.
The rite is done. Until the next rite.
You can switch to keyboard if you'd like. That works. Although in that case, we're saying we want you to be player 1, theoretically. Is that right? Swap you guys around on. If you recall correctly, okay. Let me swap your names around here as well. There we are. Okay. And I'm not. Oh, do we need to activate your keyboard and mouse on remote play or let's check. We do. There we are. Okay. And controls wise. No worries. All set? Alright. Let's reset the song. But otherwise, let us know if there's anything we would like to see for the next one. Or here, for that matter. Knights of the Sea. Okay, our song is all locked in then. Anything else, or will that be all? Seems like it will. So let's get started.
The true Night Wings shall take on the Pyre.
What does that mean?
Welcome.
Oh, I
conduct
see.
the rites.
I see what you did there.
Are we gonna ban exploding saplings?
So that was one of those things that I was alluding to before, where I was saying how, you know, we technically don't have some of the mods that fix some somewhat broken mechanics. So I would appreciate if we didn't spam floating saplings. Yeah? I wrote her no. Don't encourage them. Alright, so it's Bertrude to lead off against Panatha. Invisibility frames exist. No triple saps, that is true. All these things that once upon a time were concerns, issues, potentially, that we addressed long ago via mods, and things that I just, you know, didn't really give much thought to for a very long time for that reason. Forgot that they were, once upon a time, things that we had to deal with, and so, you know, they might pop up today, as we do not yet have the mods installed. That's a leeching Jody there. And of course, demons with a lot of damage means there's a lot of leech potential as well. Four goes for a plunging stowaway with prayer beads.
I love how I'm not chastity.
Wait, what?
Messenger Imp.
Oh, wait, your colors of your team? Wait, what? How did that happen? How did you end up... It's the Knights of the Sea! It must be! Here are the Knights of the Sea. Well, getting perhaps a little too ambitious there, trying to salute right on top of the pyre, getting punished for doing so. Or back on it though, does eventually still manage to make it in there for a 20 damage harpoon plunge. No prayer beats on Pamela though, so she's gone for this round, and here is Nor immediately answering with 30 damage from Bertrude's plunge. Oh, they both forgot the orb.
The orb's unclaimed again.
Jody. Setting up a Brazen Manor.
Banished one and all.
And no one back on Honor's side defensively, though I believe Kor's Brazen Manor has expired.
Glory to the scribe.
Does still have that Flame Leech. So 30 damage, 15 leech, yes, but would have been 40 damage and 20 leech if the Brazen Manor were up, which is, of course, one has to imagine, the ideal scenario for Jody. One back defensively, unless Stowaway can come back. No, not fast enough. 17 damage throw there from Kor. No, we're just trying to speed through there with Bertrude. Nearly did. Jody, there's the Brazen Manor. And here she comes. Full speed ahead. Dancing all the way around the Pyre does actually make it in. But did Honor go for the RITE NITE 20 rekindling? Looks like she might have. Oh, look at that. Huge triple banishment and the 1080, we'll call it. And then the winning plunge.
And what a crushing victory it was. Thus end this night's proceedings.
No, I didn't set myself to fire.
Until
Suspicious.
the stars align.
Suspicious. Well, then who did? I mean, you can beat Pyre Hearts if you want. Just, I'll actually set you up with Pyre Hearts on stream as well. Is that what you want to do?
No.
No, what are you talking about? Obviously, Core's a chastity player.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but... Yeah, make me Pyre Hearts. There's no Zoxiana. What's the point?
Where's the snow in New Year's edition? We're still working on that mod. The Walking in a Winter Wonderland Pyre game mode, that is still currently in development. But stay tuned. Meanwhile, the people who actually create the Pyre mods are like, Lids, what the heck are you talking about? I have no idea. No idea what you're referring to. Alright, Endor says, turn customize off. That means randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans won't even get to see what those things are in advance, just gonna get thrown straight into the action. So that covers almost everything outside of Song and Arena. If we would like to see or hear anything in
Wait, we
particular.
gotta do something.
Oh.
We completely forgot.
Oh. Oh. This is true. We do not have the modded glade. We do not have the modded glade. So there actually will be brambles. Just to add more to the RNG. I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's been a while since we've done a normal glade, but okay. Let's do it.
The true Nightwings shall confront the Pyre Hearts.
Alright, so for Nor, Demon Harp Throne, Core Harp Nomad Worm. It's like basically Core's preferred team. Obviously, we don't know masteries or talismans. That much is still a mystery.
Pyre Hearts are first to strike their adversary's flame.
Core throws it in for 9 to get us started.
Remember everything.
And then hops in here with his harp for 20.
The orb is
No prayer beats on Pamotha though. But he does make it in with an unblockable 11 damage worm throw from
The
Deluge.
true Nightwings seem to be falling behind.
That one though looks, yeah, a little bit wide. Second attempt
Not much force of will
does hit the
behind
mark
that thrust.
for 7. And here come the brambles for the first time in what is probably over a year at this point. Webbed Lanthorn on Ignarius, I believe, for Honor. The flappy harp nonsense.
Right in. That's it.
Or baiting out Honor's defenders. Honor commits.
The flame
course
is
throws good.
stricken. There.
Brambles grow bigger. Harp versus Harp. Core wins out. But not for long. Ametha, now Bertrude.
Bertrude plunged into the apathetic
Good for
fire.
30 for an ore on that plunge. Harp versus Harp. Core somehow avoided that. Point. And Ore somehow avoided that. Then Core does eventually get the banishment, and that is a very speedy Panatha. Switches into Snadra.
Beauteous.
Snadra now gone for this round, though. Arena gets smaller still.
The winds
Now it's
have
Nor.
served her true.
Lunging for 20 with Panatha. Bertrude somehow did not get banished there and makes it in for 30, and now that means this could be one score game for Nor, and Core, unless he has extra damage coming from somewhere where we haven't seen yet, looks like he would still need 2. Nor makes it in for the winning plunge.
Good
The
game.
true Night Wings prevail. Perhaps they do deserve their freedom after all. The ceremony is complete.
Those invincibility frames. Well then, consider this
Until
Consider
the
this a
stars
test case,
align.
then. For what kind of difference those mods can make. Well, let's set ourselves back here. And turn Customize back on, unless of course there's something else we would like to see here. Is there anything we'd like to do for this one? The cairn says Core, that's a little suspicious. Oh, I went past, didn't I? I went the wrong way. There we go. It's a little sus. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Do we trust him? Uses the stowaway emote as well. Just further reinforces those suspicions. Alright, not seeing anything else though, so why don't we get started?
The true Night Wings shall now face the Pyre Hearts. Who shall conduct the rites?
Okay, so it is the cairn.
Volfred.
Anor leads with Nutrition Stick Volfred. Core goes
Sir
Exploding
Gilman.
Gilman. Okay.
Tizo.
Anor. Tizo with the extra exploding radius, I believe is what you went for on the talisman there.
Tay.
That's odd. I don't recall what that talisman does. Was it like a
Jodariel.
model, like canned singularity or something like that?
Sandra.
Alright, well here we are.
Out of the flame. Begin.
4 starts by Exploding Gilman. Getting rid of many of the defenders. Trying to clear out the wave. Does get a throw in here for 24 off that.
There.
Follows up, but that throw was a little bit short. So suddenly everyone on the north side is down. Yet that numbing gust Slows Core down. He does still
Gilman threw it in.
get back in for a seize chance, 25 damage throw, though.
Why, that was rather bold.
Core throws it in for 10 now.
Barely a mark
And
against
follows
that
up with a
flame.
similar play here, this time for just 9, though.
Into the adversary's flame.
Mixing it up a little bit this time, though. Still, everyone down on Anor's side. Core unable to sprint, jump, throw, or use any of those special abilities, while all of Anor's exiles are down, though.
The orb is taken.
Does make it rather difficult to score in that circumstance. Oh, and there's the false step from the stowaway. Although it does not trigger any of the banishments that perhaps Core was looking for there. Here's a speedy Jody for Anor.
A true aimed thrust into
Earth Rare lands for 30, although Core did take extra starting Pyre life with Snadra's Talisman. So Core still at 100, even after that score. Oh, and Shoulder Smash from Snadra there as well. Stowaway. Down she goes. Will Core bring her back? He does. That sets up Gilman.
True. Your victory's at hand.
That's an interesting one from the Stowaway. I think that might have been a power jump because she went flying.
Good.
Anor. Volfred. Now Jody. Makes one way, goes the other. And that way is toward the Pyre
Aim was true.
for this 30 damage throw.
Now,
Gilman explodes on everyone but Jody. Then comes back.
the dying flames survive.
But Anor's 10 rekindling triggers here from Volfred.
My
Oh, and that means that was nearly game right there. One score, of course, all that Core needs here. Stowaway flies seemingly over the Pyre. Oh, no way. Alright, fair enough. One full damage score would have been insufficient, but 7 damage won't quite cut it. So Anor holding on here.
Oh,
And Core just doing whatever he can to score just 3 points. All he needs here, but here comes Jody. Full speed ahead.
not quite.
Banishes and gets banished. So it's back with Core. Fred and Jody. Speeds forward once again.
No law against throwing in the
Good for
orb.
another 30.
Yes.
Or blocked. Anor back with Jody. No portal to go through yet. Jody down. Snore biding some time, waiting to get some reinforcements here, as it is currently just Tizo. Volfred's back. And he seemingly could have made it in there. But Anor prefers going with Jody. She does have more damage, and well, there she is. Looked like she preferred to go the throwing route, but does get the rebound and immediately plunges there. It means one score now, all that Anor needs as well. But Anor undermanned here, as Jody did not have prayer beads when she plunged.
Oof.
Oh, well defended there from Core. Anor does get Volfred back. Or, not quite. Now Anor transitioning from defense to offense here, but Jody was very much her preferred attacker, and with no Jody, it does make things difficult here. Or nearly had it there as well.
Night wins.
Volfred. Linking from side to side. Tizo down. Volfred baits out the defender. The quick throw. No, not quick enough.
Triumvirate stands unopposed.
Four with Snadra. Against Tizo. A shoulder smash. Well, actually, they both get banished.
Now, oh,
Volfred trying to lock down the area, but here comes Core. Gilman. The throw. Not quite. Volfred again for Anor. Goes the long distance throw, but not enough time there. Stowaway. Fakes one way. Starts going the other. Does get blocked. Now banished. Bullfriend with an opening here, perhaps. The throw still not quite quick enough. Oh, but the Stowaway's near the Pyre. Can she squeeze in? Yes, she can.
The Pyre heart prevail.
GG.
A victory so narrowly achieved, and thus more glorious. The
If
right
anyone else
is
wants to hop in,
ended.
I'm down to get out.
Alright, well, let's head on back. Sounds like Core is willing to swap out if anyone else would like to get in here.
Until the next
Same with the Nor.
Right.
So let us know if anyone from chat would like to take part in the rites. Otherwise, we'll send ourselves back. Not seeing any immediate volunteers. Are you two good to stick around if no one else does want to swap in?
Yeah, sure.
Works for Nor, works for Core? Okay. Alright, looks like at least at the moment, as though that is likely the case. But let us know if there's anything else we'd like to see, even if it is still between Core and Nor here. Oh, and Nor turns customize off again. Okay. Randomize Exiles Masteries and Talismans once more. Anything else, or will that be all? Looks like it. So let's begin.
The true Night Wings.
Alright, it's the Nest of
the
Triesta.
Pyre hearts.
Extra starting Pyre Life for Nor, the Demon, an Imp, and a Cur.
Now begin.
Core has one Savage, one Nomad,
First of many
and one Worm, which is, once again, pretty similar to what we would see Core take on his preferred teams here.
The true Night Wings.
He gets started with the Stowaway.
I don't even know what happened there, but
Of course, the Masteries and the Talismans, those we'll still have to confirm, but at least from an Exile standpoint. Mooncrest on Rookie. That, though, perhaps not necessarily the type of thing that an Nor would like to see on an Exile that already had very high hope and was likely to come back quickly from banishment anyway. Although just snipe with Rookie's explosive temper. Now it's just a more defensive right side curve setup, although here is Core, throwing in for 13.
Best not let this go to your heads, Pyre hearts.
Wendell. He goes down. Has the Sacred Bond and everything. So this really does look a lot like a Core team. Remember, this was randomized.
Banishment.
Stowaway, sidesteps, blocked, now banished. Messenger in, back over to Ignarius, back to Messenger in.
Messenger Imp banished.
Rookie sneaks around the other side, goes for the throw,
In goes the orb.
and that's good for 15.
The true Night Wings are now
Oral
favored to
scam.
prevail.
Ignarius trying to knock back the defenders, clear out some space, and does so. Actually, by banishing on that occasion. Does he have Celestial Spike? I'm not sure that he does, though. There's no banishing throws, I don't think. Relatively dangerous portal there for Anor, though. Which Ignarius goes through. He does have Celestial Spike. It's not the quick throwing talisman, so not quite as easy to execute it. Or yes. Does get that in for 14 with his worm throw.
Show of strength from the true Nightwing's foe.
Sneaks around. And throw once again unblockable, and this time good for 11. Ignarius dueling it out with Deluge. Deluge wins though. Dances around the obstacle. Looks for the angle on the throw, but it's short. Ignarius returns, but is immediately banished. Same can be said for Rookie, and that means a little bit of space here for Lendl.
Lendl threw it in.
Oh, hold on. Wait, what? Where'd that extra damage come from?
That's it.
Lendl usually only has 20. But I think we have learned he has some kind of offensive talisman. Ignarius, his friends go down. And so does he. Infernal Bloom, we've learned from the stowaway. So that gives her more banish ability on her casts.
Flung with force of will.
Ignarius goes down, but his banishing throw falls just short of taking out one of the defenders. Force throw is short. Rookie for Anor. Seems past one. Goes down, but Mooncrest will bring him back quickly. Same with Ignarius. He's back as well. Banishes Lendl.
A bit of a
Wait, how did he?
blunder.
What?
Splendid. Now, end the ceremony. There.
Or with Lendl and Anor, I think. Oh, has thrown in the white flag, perhaps. Although Core is now proceeding to throw and insists that Anor get the orb back.
Into the adversary's flame.
Ignarius banishes one, banishes two,
Thoroughly banished.
and that's the last of them as Core had plunged with his other exile.
But rather
So time for Ignarius, although Anor cuts that a little bit short. Might have been Living Flame. Could have been.
out with the rookie and
And there it is, the finishing plunge.
Pyre hearts prevail. Their pyre burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
GG.
The rite is complete.
No seré culpa.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Yeah, that's two customized off matches, Core, where it seems like you've gotten a team that is more or less, at least from a class standpoint, a team that's very close to what you would prefer to take.
Well, even by Nomad, it was pretty close. Other than the talisman, it was pretty much exactly what I wanted. Usually get.
Well, let's turn customize back on, unless of course that's something we want to keep off. If so, let us know. Yeah, a little bit of Core luck today, it seems. Iroder says he can jump in. Alright.
I'll hop out.
Alright, Core will swap out. Iroder will swap in. Cacao can also jump in. Okay. In that case, sounds like we're looking at a Cacao versus Iroder matchup here. Let's one, and here is the 2. Thanks, Nor. Thanks, Core, for stopping by. Good to have you, as always.
I know.
Hey, Rotor, how's it going? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Still a bit sick, so I'm
Ooh.
not going to stay for that long, but...
Okay, no worries. No pressure, just, you know, stay around however long you'd like, and if you're not feeling great, then you're welcome to swap out. No worries. Alright, well, let's see. Oh, right, Cacao is, I assume, going on keyboard mouse, right? That should mean iRotor will by default be player 2, and iRotor will be player, or rather, iRotor's player 2. Cacao is player 1. Yeah, okay. So, which triumvirates would you guys like to be?
Withdrawn is fine.
Drawn for you? Okay. That still works. Abusers? What? Excuse you.
We shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
Odie, thank you for the raid. How's it going? How are you? What were you up to? Were you doing some Mass Effect New Year's challenge stuffs? See, we are doing some Pyre, which is like magic fantasy basketball, which if it sounds confusing, it's a sport. It's a sport, basically. Let's see, they wanted to be how is nuts this how you say those guys. I wrote her you're gonna be these guys. Oh, why did that not show up? Wait, actually though? What the heck? What the heck? Alright, I wrote her. I regret to inform you, the icon for the withdrawn on player 2 is not showing up. So, you can be the withdrawn and not have your little sigil in the corner, or you could be someone else and maybe still have a sigil. I'm not sure if this affects your decision at all.
I don't care.
Okay, no worries. Happy New Year! Happy New Year. Thanks for stopping by, Odie. Odie and friends. Alright, why don't we'll hop in here. We'll give you guys a little bit of a chance to warm. Oh, actually, let me make sure Cacao has controls and has the right actual control settings. See, there you are, and all set. All right. Oh, and obviously swap around here as well. Users and whoops. Users, and there you are. Okay, nice. Let's get started then. So yeah, basically the premise of the game, for those of you who are new to Pyre, is that both players will have a fire on their side of Pyre, which as you see here has 100 life.
Welcome.
Their opponents will try to either walk or throw an orb into that fire, and if they do so, they will deal damage to it. So whoever can deplete all of the life from their opponent's fire or pyre first is the winner. Generally speaking, the smaller, quicker characters deal less damage than the bigger, slower characters, so a little bit of a risk-reward aspect there. But yeah, we're playing Pyre today. Other days of the week, we are doing some Mass Effect stuff, kind of like what Odie was probably doing, I imagine. Also, we usually mod the game. This is true. However, I just got a new computer, and I have not gotten the chance to reinstall the mods that we usually use, so not quite all of the bells and whistles, metaphorically speaking, that we would normally have at our disposal here. So a blast from the past of sorts. Despite being our first Pyre stream of 2023, this is perhaps a game experience a little more like, what, 2020 or something like that at this point.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fader
thanks.
isn't here. That's a shame.
Oh yeah, we needed Failure, that's true. So players are selecting their teams here, both from a character, skill, and item standpoint. You have Cacao. On the left will be the orange team, the Accusers. Iroder will be on the right as the green team, the Withdrawn. Cacao has locked in his last character. As has Iroder. So here we go. Alright, they collide in the middle. But here is Cacao. Switches into, very quickly, his Nomad Lendl for a 20 damage plunge here. So that means Lendl scores. He is now out for this round. Which means that there is a numbers advantage. More exiles for Iroder than Cacao has, and Iroder also banishes, temporarily removing some of Cacao's characters there, giving him plenty of time and space to get in for a 28-point plunge there. Iroder again, this time with Jody, maneuvers around the defenders there, does so well, and finds a way through for 30 on that plunge. Now Cacao switches in once again, that time trying to make it in with Manly, but unsuccessful. Banished before he could do so. Iroder's attack is thwarted, although second attempt here. And he nearly sneaks through. Has it back once again. Does eventually go down. Now Cacao, with no defenders to stop him, at least not until Tizo returns for Iroder. Has it back. Dalbert speeds through. And has that extra damage as well. 28 on that plunge. Quick play there from Iroder. Iroder sneaks around the other side. Not quite enough room, though, to make it past the defenders. Ametha for Cacao. Can't avoid Jody. Just Tizo at the moment for Iroder. Pushes forward, but loses Tizo. Suddenly that leaves him defenseless. And that means time for Cacao to plunge in here with Manly for 25. Iroder nearly had the winning play right there, as one score may be all that he needs here to reduce Cacao's Pyre life to 0. There is a chance one of Cacao's characters has an ability that can give him a second, smaller life bar. Did not catch whether Cacao opted to take it, but here is Cacao scoring. Trying to level this. Cacao once again sneaks past one defender, but good recovery there from Iroder. Oh, and Iroder nearly sneaks through as well. Cacao, somehow avoids the defender 2 or 3 times over, but still cannot quite find a way in. Same could be said for Iroder just then. Now, flies over the big cast from Iroder's in. Ametha, bring back her friends. But Cacao needs to score some more here, as it is still advantage Iroder from point standpoint. Cacao,
Flung with considerable precision.
that's the kind of opportunity he's looking for. Whittling away at Iroder's lead. Oh, and switches in and nearly outmaneuvers the defenders there. Loses Pamitha. Now Iroder on the attack once again. With Tizo. Over to Jody. Tizo again. He's stopped. Now quick counterattack from Cacao. That's good for 20. And it drops Iroder down to 25. Which means if Cacao can score with Manly specifically, his highest damage character, he would have enough to finish it with 1 score. Down goes Manly, leaving it with just Lendl. Lendl down. Now opportunity here for Iroder. No one back to defend. But there is the rekindling, the second life bar, and it is 50. The maximum amount from one character. So yes, it was enough to reduce Cacaw's starting Pyre life, but the second life bar comes out, and it is a big one. But Iroder already back to whittling away at it. And once again means he may just need one more score here, depending on how many points he can get from this score. Jody would have enough. Tiso would be his only exile who does not in one fell swoop, unless he took extra damage on him, but I don't think he did. Now here's Cacao. With Hamatha. Bring back Lendl. Hamatha. Over to Lendl. Lendl's vanished. Brings him back. Here's Jody for Iroder. Has enough damage. If she makes it in here, and there it is.
The withdrawn prevail.
GG.
A narrow victory, yet nonetheless commendable. The rite is ended.
Well played. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Hit swap while moving. Is that specifically because of us not having mods installed? Or is that just always a thing? Oh, the salute. Yeah, that was something we thought might... Always was? I thought we did something with mods to fix that a bit. No, we were talking about that a minute ago.
I don't think that's the salute bug, right? We can test it, I guess. But,
True, I mean, Iroder would know.
Like, usually, I think if keyboard players player 1, I think it's fine. But I'm not sure. Let me quickly look it up.
You would know better than I would, but you need to press Q before using salute. I'll be honest, not only has it been a while, I also generally do not play a keyboard mouse. So I do not remember what Q is supposed to do from a key binding standpoint. I was like, here, I will show you. You
No,
stop moving?
I think player 1 controller is fine, so we would have actually have to switch.
Oh, just swap you guys around? Player 1
Yeah.
and player 2? Okay. That's easy enough. That's simple enough. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even remember that that was a thing to begin with, so I know you still did better than I did. Did I just delete your name only to rewrite your name the same? I did, didn't I? I just deleted Cacao and rewrote Cacao? That doesn't help, does it? Isn't that right? That's what I just did, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Now I'm confusing myself. This needs to be Iroder. This needs to be Cacao. Then we just swap the sigils. Hey, maybe the sigils will work now for draw. I'll be honest, oh, yeah, I was surprised they worked in the first place because I did not transfer over the files for the images from my old computer. And yet they still seemed to work when I first booted up the streaming software. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I won't ask too many questions then. But as is becoming increasingly apparent, some of them work, but others don't, because reasons. So now apparently Iroder does have his sigil, but Cacao no longer does. So I don't know. But yeah, that's the kind of thing where, you know, I'll install the mods, that I will definitely remember to do, but the sigils I'll try to make a point of getting those in as well. Okay. Oh, and yes, swapping that around as well. Okay, but anything that we would like to see from a request standpoint? Characters, masteries, talismans, songs, arenas, Titan stars? Or shall we just have these two take whatever they would like to take? looks like that's what we're going to be going for here. So let's jump back in.
Wait, no request, right?
No requests. So whatever you want here.
The withdrawn shall take on the accusers. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites? Dogbert.
So our rotor starts with extra plunging damage with perfing on Dalbert. So aggressive offensively.
Teaser.
Whereas Cacao goes Speedy Tizo. It's a little bit unusual. And for a second there, I was half expecting our rotor to follow and do the same thing. Not quite, though. Goes for, was that Banishing Throws you take? Now, Exploding Gilman for Cacao. Speedy Bertrude in the last spot for our rotor. Is that a Living Flame Deluge in the last spot for Cacao? If so, very unconventional setup here.
Now begin.
Both from a talisman and even just a class standpoint. Double Worm, 1 Imp. Not a lot of offensive firepower here. Speed. Not a lot of damage, and speaking of damage, here's 25 coming from my rotor.
The orb is taken.
My rotor back on it though. It's Dalbert. He's blocked. Pass it back.
Now that is how
And I rotor, as we were talking about before, took the extra damage on Dalbert, so that's 28. Bertrude eventually manages to banish one of the defenders in Tizo. While Cacao's doing everything he can to block the Pyre. That throw is unblockable, but it was short. Here comes Cacao. The throw lands here
throw it in.
for the full 15 damage.
That's it.
Cacao won the race to the orb. It's here with Deluge.
Glory
And
to the
plunges.
scribes.
Again for 15.
Into the adversary's flame.
Tizo down. That leaves just Gilman.
The fire
That's all that Cacao needs here. This time, once again, throwing for 15.
Good.
Oh, and that's a series of banishments, and suddenly, my rotor is defenseless, and Cacao did take extra damage on his imp, so that's 25 rather than the usual 15 from Tizo. That means just the worms here for Cacao in this round, though.
How fortuitous.
A little mini Infiniworms,
Sir Deluge flung the orb into the flame.
setting up 21 points of damage, as I believe C's chance was still active there, and that means once more might be all that Cacao needs here. As we were saying before, it doesn't have that much damage from any one individual character, but doesn't need much
Done.
to finish the job.
The accusers prevail. The scribes themselves surely have taken note. The rite is complete.
GG. Alright, let's head back.
Until the stars align.
And perhaps mark down this day as the moment that Cacao began to believe in the power of the worm. Glorious. Glorious. Question. Okay. Which exile class is best and why is it worms? Remember when Melon suggesting a blindfolded match once? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is headed. I don't like where this is headed. Would it be possible to have one person blindfolded and the other guiding them? I think one of the primary issues, although admittedly there were several, with the whole people playing blindfolded thing is that there's no way to enforce it. There's no way of knowing definitively, is this person actually blindfolded? Are they actually closing their eyes or whatever it is? Because obviously we can't see the people on the other side of the screen. And it's probably not something that's going to change anytime soon. So for that reason, it was one of those things where, I mean, yes, we could just do it on an honor system, I guess, and just trust that the other person is doing what they can to abide by those rules, but we can't really know definitively if that's actually happening. So, I mean, that's one of the issues that came from that. Haven't really given it much thought since then, though. But yes, that would obviously add another layer of intrigue to it if it's not just people being blindfolded, but people actually trying to direct those who are blindfolded. No, the other left. That's your Pyre, not their Pyre. So in short, not to say it's impossible, but just logistically, definitely very difficult to execute. And that was, I think, to paint it with broad brushstrokes, the logistical complexity and difficulty of it was the primary reason why we didn't really pursue that all that much. Or we might have tried, but realized it just wasn't really feasible. But alas, if there is anything, request-wise, that we would like to do for this one, then of course let us know. Otherwise, we can just have these two take whatever they want to take. Grand ceremony? Okay. Will that be all? Seems like it. So let's get going.
The withdrawn shall confront the accusers. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Alright, Speedy Udmilda in the first spot for Iroder. Actually pretty rare that we see Iroder take Udmilda, as I think I've said a few times in the past, but it is technically, of course, his team captain. And Speaking of team captains, that's who Cacao takes for his first character as well, with Lendl. Rotor going with Almer in the second spot. I think that was a Curfang for the extra plunging damage. Saw I Rotor take that on 1 or 2 prior occasions already today. More suppressive, offensive selection.
Messenger.
Web Lanthorn Messenger, second spot for Cacao. Then banishing throws on the Stowaway in the last spot for our Rotor. And finally, Speedy Deluge for Cacao. Oh, and Rotor saw the cast coming, but still could not sidestep the humongous power cast that Lendo was dishing out. But Almer sidesteps and plunges. There is that extra damage on the plunge from Curfang, so a whopping 28 from Almer there. Lendl, though, he sneaks in through the flank with 20 damage there. Woodmilda starts, stops, passes it up, but her teammate Stowaway goes down, as does Woodmilda, and now everyone down on Rotor's side. Oh, and you can tell Cal wanted to throw there to keep his exiles all in for this next round, but momentum took Deluge in for the plunge, and meant perhaps a little more space for the Stowaway to work in, instead of that 20 damage plunge for Rotor. Almer, his throw looks like that might be a little bit short, even if it did make it through, but it was intercepted. Almer, he's banished. He comes back after long, but it's a race. A race that Rotor wins. Woodmilda. She makes it through here. 30 on that plunge. Means Rotor needs 2 here. And everyone down on Rotor's side. So time for Cacao. This time does stop and make sure he gets the throw, although looked like he might have had Seize Chance active there. But it just expired by the time he got the throw off, so that might have been the difference between 25 and just 15 damage. So was it worth it? Perhaps not. Messenger in. Back to Deluge. Deluge down, though. Messenger Imp to Almer. Imp is banished, as is Almer. That brings back Deluge. Through the portal he goes, but he's banished just before making it to the fire. Almer, oh! Banished just as he was finishing the throw. Deluge again. Throw. Keep that on target, he did. Well done there as he was speeding past. It drops Rotor down to 25 damage, but the only way that Cacao can get that much damage is, I believe, with a Seize Chance Deluge. Any other combination and he would fall a little bit shy. Here comes Deluge. Deluge's throw. It's 15, no Seize Chance on that occasion. But now with just 10 Pyre Life for Rotor does mean any character on Cacao's side would have enough damage. So doesn't need to be picky here. Oh, but couldn't quite speed all the way through just then. Almer. Oh, gets shoulder smashed by Lendl. Milda cleans up, getting rid of 2 of the defenders. Almer, banished. That brings back Deluge. His throw will seal the deal.
The accusers prevail. A rite conducted with aplomb.
GG.
The rite is done.
Speed! The power of speed indeed.
Until the next rite.
Alright, well, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we'll just reset ourselves here with our song. Alright, but not seeing anything at the moment, so it seems as though we'll just have our players take whatever they'd like for this one.
The withdrawn shall
Okay.
take on
What?
the accusers.
It's Iroda's home arena,
Who shall conduct the rites?
and Cacao says he can swap after this one if anyone would like. So if there is anyone in chat who is interested in hopping in here, then prepare yourself accordingly and let us know. We'll swap you out after this if you'd like. Swap you in, rather.
Pamatha.
Speedy Pamatha first for Iroder. Cow goes for Leech on Udmilda.
Jodariel.
Now starting Pyre Life for Jody, for Iroder.
Ignarius.
Web Lanthorn on Ignarius in the second spot for Cacao.
Tamatha.
Then Prayer beats Tamatha, finally, for Iroder. So 2 harps, 1 demon. One crone, 1 demon. And now 1 cur for Cacao. Tamatha comes crashing in, but gets banished. Her sister can't find a way around Barker. Milda for Cacao. Like, just going for the off-the-wall throw, but Cacao, or rather, Iroder was not falling for it. Speaking of which, Iroder comes in and banishes the entirety of Cacao's team, setting up this uncontested 30 damage throw with his demon.
The orb is out.
The orb is ouch. Oh, for a second it looked like Jody was going to get the banishment there, but she was the one who got banished. Doesn't stop Tamatha, though, from making her way all the way through here for 20. Now Pamatha's turn, but she's blocked and banished. Tamatha now this time with the banishment, and somehow
Quenches the flame.
scoops up that orb, seemingly from inside
Tis taken.
Ignarius' aura. Build it down, and once again,
Fire of resolve.
Iroder with incredible speed and quickness with those harps.
Oh,
Going for the same type of move here, and it still pays off once again. As Cacao drops to just 25 here. Meaning 1 Jody plunge or 2 harp scores. Maybe all that our rotor needs here, and this may be an opportunity for one of those. Switches into Jody, but she's blocked. Vanishes the only defender. Oh, but her jump is short! And that gives our Cacao just enough time to stop Iroder. Ignarius is cornered. So now Iroder can throw it in for 20 with Pamitha. So not enough to finish it. Does drop Cacao down to just 5, and at this point, just about any score would do. Any character has enough damage, as long as it's not a lightning quick throw, but Cacao uses his prone salute, transforming all of Iroder's exiles into defenseless howlers, giving him what is more or less a free score, but still has a lot more ground to make up here. Look at the speed of those harps. Nothing comes of it this time. And Cacao somehow bounced off the wall and in, and I don't even think that was him moving there. I think that might have been Iroder bumping him off the wall and in. Ignarius. Now Barker. Back to Ignarius. Back to Barker. Suddenly it's Cacao building up some momentum here, but still a lot of ground to make up. Well played there by Udmilda, though. Iroder had it back momentarily. Here's Cacao once again. Not for long, though, and suddenly defenseless. Oh, but did... Oh, hold on. I didn't realize. Cacao must have had some leech, but... Iroder follows up and still manages to get the winning score.
Throwing back almost again.
They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly. The ceremony is complete.
I was
played.
close enough this time.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And was there anyone from chat who wanted to hop in? I know Cacao was saying he was willing to swap out, but I didn't see anyone who had expressed interest in joining us here. If not, Cacao, are you good to stick around, or do you need to switch out?
I would also like to leave, so not sure if we have replacement.
Okay. Cacao can stick around.
I mean, if it's just one, like, you could probably replace me in this, but otherwise.
Okay. I'm not seeing anyone at the moment here. I mean, in which case, we might be... I mean, it is New Year's Day, so I wasn't sure to what extent people may be more likely less available today than they would normally be. So that might mean we're approaching the end of the Rite Night then. Iroder, are you good to stick around for... If we just make this the Liberation Rite right here, right now?
Sure, we can do that. We don't have the Liberation Rite set up, though.
That's true. I mean, we can do the old-fashioned Liberation Rite. Just
That
turn
is
it
true.
on. Well, what did we... Guess we did... Tariqbot? Yeah, we must have done Tariqbot Never to Return. Oh, man. Really old-school approach this time around. Obviously, we can still do the, Fall of Solium. We can still do a sermon intro. But I think what we must have done was just go the Tariqbot route here. That's the only thing I can think of, at least. Cacao, you're moderately driving me insane with the moving the cursor around like that. Okay, let's see. Let's get... I almost just told Tariqbot to play Tariqbot. No, that's not the way that works. That's not the way that works. Never to return. Let's see. So we have... One upside is, since we have Tariqbot, we can easily just do a loop between Withdrawn and Accuser's versions. I'm not sure to what extent Tariqbot's smart enough, though, to distinguish between the various versions of Never to Return, because we haven't had to do that for quite some time. So we'll see. Can you do this? Unable to find a secure... No, find a source for this track. Okay, well, I was gonna say we could track down the band camp, but I had it bookmarked on my old computer. I do not have it bookmarked on this computer, so I think we'll just do the generic Nightwings Never to Return then. I assume RITEBot's smart enough to at least do that. Let's see. Probably? Yes. Okay. Wow, that... Oh, hold on. RITEBot is maximum... No, it's not even maximum volume. Louder than he probably should be, but that's a little better. Oh, did you find it? Oh, hold on. Hold on. There we are. That's the right version. Not just any old Never Try. I mean, you obviously can't tell the difference right now, but this will be the proper version. You want to pull up the withdrawn version as well? We can loop them and alternate between the two that way.
I just do play again and then loop, or
Yeah, you just do the play for withdrawn, and then once you do that, then you do loop. Perfect. Just like that. Awesome. Alright. It's, old school Liberation right then, of sorts, I suppose. But, that
why
means...
do I have 110 Pyre alive?
Well, you don't anymore. It's a good question, but you don't anymore. So, this will be our final rite of the night. Our Liberation Rite. No request for this one. We'll just have both players take their preferred teams to finish things off in style. So, let's get going.
Good evening, exiles. You stand upon the fall of Solium. Here you may yet prove your worth. Try not to let the pressure get to you. The withdrawn stand ready. Accusers stand ready. Now let us begin.
Alright, so as we were saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. No request from chat for this one, just both players taking their preferred teams.
Tizo.
And Cacao, or rather, Iroder leads things off with Tizo in the first spot. I think that was an exploding Tizo talisman-wise, rather than from the mastery. That's a ninja stowaway from Cacao in the first spot. Now, Meta Jody, spot number 2. Quick banishing throws for her, for Iroder. Now, Exploding Deluge for Cacao. Finally, Saluting Prayer Beads Pamitha for Iroder. And a Numbing Gust Nutrition Stick Volfred in the last spot for Cacao. So here we go, our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. Iroder on the left representing the Withdrawn, Cacao on the right representing the Accusers. Best of luck to you both.
Such zeal. Now then. bathes first in the withdrawn's flame. Was dangerously close. Jodariel flung the orb into the flame. The withdrawn hunger to prevail. Tay's aim was true. The accusers are now favored to prevail. Such chaos. Flung with considerable precision. Now go. Who are to the flame. Into the adversary's flame. Too bad for that one. Shall it be last? A true aimed thrust into the fire. The accuser's pyre grows weaker. I say. I never. The orb. The sacred miracle has kept the flames alive. The rite is nearly ended. Tay threw it in. Come now, someone end this. is done.
And
Okay.
it is done. GG. Oh, man. Dramatic one-score game. Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
But that was our final run of the night, our liberation ride, and a good one to end on at that. Thank you, everybody who
Okay.
participated in the rites today.
Until the stars align.
Happy New Year's to you all, of course. Alright, I am going to hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next week. Sorry, TariqBot. But you know what? I'll tell TariqBot to exit stage left. That's the responsible thing to do. That's the responsible thing to do. Okay. Let's also kick them out of remote play if they haven't left. Or oh, they already left. Okay, that works too, I suppose. All right, but I'm not quite done with you yet, chat. Oh, let's turn on the in-game music real quick. Hold on. Make sure we're still some music going in the background here. That's more like it. Okay. So, this was, of course, Pyre Community Rite Night, multiplayer Pyre, which we are doing every Sunday night. If you're interested in getting more involved in this multiplayer Pyre stuff, then the best way to do so is by joining the RITE Club Discord server, which is the place where we're organizing all this stuff. Someone mind just doing the exclamation RITE Club in chat? That would be lovely. As I was saying before, that currently not working on my computer just yet, but that'll give you the link if anyone is interested in hopping in to get more involved in this multiplayer Pyre stuffs. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights. Our streaming schedule has recently changed. Given how we have the new computer, we now can run some games and stream some games that we were not able to do before. And so Fridays, we are now doing Mass Effect Andromeda, the game that I've probably waited longer than any other game to play. So just did it for the first time last Friday and excited to get even further into it in the coming days. Might even sneak in a quick stream of it tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see. Depends if I can get out of work early enough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But alas, that's Fridays. Saturdays is Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and then Sundays is, of course, Pyre, Rite Night. Then Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything and you want to catch up on it, you can catch it all there on YouTube. Also doing some Gwent videos, the Witcher-themed card game on YouTube, new events for that coming out every week, so lots of stuff for us to do there as well. Been a while since we last did Thronebreaker, the Gwent campaign, although that is something that I'd like to resume once again quite soon as well, so might see that popping up on YouTube as well in the not-so-distant future. And given how we now can play games, a few games that we could not play before, you know, there's some new possibilities. So we'll keep our eyes and ears peeled and see if there are some new things we might want to experiment with in addition to those things as well. Of course, if you haven't done so yet already, you can also hit the follow button to get a notification for when I go live. You can also follow me on Twitter at LidsVids. I post there when I go live as well, but actually the best place to follow me is on Discord, which, again, I would link that, but if anyone could drop the exclamation Discord in chat, that would be lovely. That'll give you the link for it. That's where, especially if I do sneak in, not exactly planned Mass Effect Andromeda stream tomorrow, then that is the place where you can most easily stay up to date on those kinds of updates. But other than that, that's about it for me. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Happy New Year, and I'll catch you next time.